Hi everybody, it's Miss Hunter from the West Bank Boys and Girls Club, and today we're making a bug vacuum. With your parents' permission, you can use this awesome tool to go through your backyard or your neighborhood and search for bugs and look at them way more up close than you would be able to otherwise. It's actually kind of a fun little safari adventure. But since this week's theme is swamps, we're going to be taking a look at some swamp bugs. These are the supplies you're going to need. A Tupperware with a lid that your parent is okay with you poking holes and cutting into. A piece of plastic wrap. Pair of scissors. With your parents' permission, a craft knife or X-Acto knife. A one-hole punch. A pen. Some tape, some bendy straws, and a ruler. Alright, you go gather your supplies, and I'll meet you back here, and we'll get started. Now that you've got your supplies, we're going to get started. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our ruler, and we're going to measure one side of our container, and we're going to about 1/4 of an inch down, we're going to make a mark. Now that mark is where we're going to take our 3-hole punch or 1-hole punch, and we're going to punch through if we can. So we've got a little bit of that. Just line it back up. Once you've got your punch on this side, you're going to line up one of your straws and make sure that directly on the other side, the same distance, you're going to make another little mark. That mark is going to be where your next hole punch should be. Your first step after you've gathered your supplies is going to be to make 2 hole punches, one on this side and one on the other side of your container. And you're going to make sure that these hole punches aren't interfered with by your lid. So if you have a lid that comes down over the side, make sure your hole punches are way below that. For our next step, we're going to go ahead and take one of our hole punches and take our pen and use the pen to widen the hole punch enough to put a straw through. Once we've done that, we can tape the straw into position. I'm going to just take some masking tape here. I've got some pretty orange. But you can use any kind of tape you've got. Duct tape, regular office tape, any tape you've got will work. I like masking tape because it tears really easily and allows me to use it more economically. Just going to tape our straw in place. Now we've got the first part done. Our next step is going to be to take a piece of our nylon stocking, and we're going to cut out a section of it. Oop. And it can be about this small, it could be bigger if you want. I think this is a good size. We're gonna take our other straw and we're gonna tape the bit of nylon stocking over the mouthpiece. Again, we can use any kind of tape to do this. I just like the masking tape. And you can get masking tape in any color. So that's fun too. Just gonna tape that in place. There, super easy. All right, let's move on to our next step. Now that we've used our nylon to cover this part of our straw, we're going to continue on to the next step, which will be to take our plastic bit here and we're going to insert the straw through here. So we have the nylon bit right there. Now we're just going to use the masking tape to secure our other straw. I'm going to make sure that it doesn't move too much. Now we use a decent amount of tape on that. All right, that is secured. All right, let's move on to our next step. For our next step, we're gonna go ahead and take our lid and we're gonna cut out the inner area here. I chose a Tupperware that had a nice groove marking on the lid, so I can just cut in that without measuring too much. So let's get to that. Get your parents' permission before using any sharp tools. It makes it safer for everyone. Once you've got that, just go ahead and pop it out. There we go. So I didn't cut through all of that. There we go. We can just cut that piece with some scissors. Alright, so that's what it should look like when you're ready for your next step, which is super simple. All you're going to do is take your plastic wrap piece and place it tight over your bug vacuum. Once you've got that there, take the lid and secure it on top. I will use some tape to finish securing it, but you don't have to, especially if you want to open up the lid and look at the bugs inside a little bit more closely.